Okay, so I got this cleared off. I did grab the plastic containers and did put them into the kitchen, and I did say I was going to throw them away. I couldn't actually put them in the trash can, but maybe I can get some assistance with that later. Anyway, I have a sardine can. Again, very nice cooking container. I probably should throw that away too. You know what? I'm going to get the trash can and sit it right here, and I'm going to make myself do it. I don't want to get rid of that either, because as soon as I get rid of this, I'm going to have a use for it. I'm telling you I'm going to. Let me go get the trash can. I'll get right back. Okay. Here's the plastic containers. Here's the sardine can. I'm telling you I'm going to need this. I could use this. I could attach a wire to it and use it as a skillet or as a dipper. You know, it can make a nice little...
13 other things in there. You can do the same thing. What?
I know.
You can do this.
Fuck. Alright, let's set that down for a minute. It's hard. It's hard. Alright. So here's another awesome freaking bowl to cook in. This is like a mini wok type thing, and I've been wanting an actual wok for out in the woods. This, and it even has a nice freaking lid to it. This is going to be fantastic when I start cooking out in the woods again this year. Couple more pie pans. These are this one is really old. These pie pans have holes in the bottom. This one here actually says real, R-E-A-L, stamped into the bottom of it. And I got these at a junk shop, probably Goodwill. And they both say 99 cents on them, so I either got them for $1 or I got them on the day when everything was half off.
Probably the half off.
Probably a half off, because that's really the only time I go shopping in there. Anyway, I love this nice metal stuff. Alright, I love this skillet. Again, I got this at the Goodwill. And it is a double one. It opens up. I have it sealed off right now and I don't want to open it up, but it opens up and there's a skillet on this side, then it closes down the lid and you can flip it over this way. Fan-freaking-tastic item, and I've used this a lot out in the woods. And it does have a coating. What's that stuff? Teflon. Teflon, yeah. It's Teflon coated. It's fantastic. Oh, look what I found. I found 2 of the shrimp forks. There's another one in there somewhere. Alright, I have a crockery. Oh, look. Here, 2 more. There's 4 of them right there. There we go. Little shrimp forks. Let me show you real quick here. This is cool. This is cool. And I've done a video on this before, but we're not going to worry about trying to find it and link it. So anyway, this thing gets turned upside down technically, but I got stuff in it. So you take these shrimp forks, and it's got a pokey end and then it's got a nice flat end. And you stick it on like this, and then you set it into the ground, and it acts as like a little stuff. It's freaking fantastic. So anyway, there's my shrimp forks that goes with this kit here. Okay, so here is a little crockery. Dust. No clue where I got this. It's a really cool maroon speckled piece of gear here. It's a nice little cook kit. It's a crockery bowl with a lid.
I think you got that at Goodwill.
Goodwill, maybe? Okay. Anyway, I get a lot of my stuff from Goodwill. Here's something that we haven't even opened yet, and as I recall, we got this from Walmart. Naturals Compact Ovenware, 3-piece broil and bake set. Nordic Ware. Remember when we bought this?
I do.
Yes. I haven't even used it yet, but It's 2 pans and a rack. And this is for my oven. This is for one of my cardboard ovens. I have also, and this did come from, I don't know where this came from. Maybe the Dollar Tree?
No, that's a Walmart item.
Walmart?
It's a Walmart brand.
Okay.
Well, it's a name brand.
Munchkins. It's a food grinder for kids.
Well, you bought it because you wanted to be able to process food.
Yes, I was wanting to process and grind up foods and stuff. I still haven't opened this, but it will eventually. It's a hand cranked grinder to make baby food, but it's going to be great for when I use it outdoors, whenever. I also have a tea kettle. Nice little tea kettle. I have, what the heck is this? So this stuff doesn't belong down here. I have some emery boards, which I use to sharpen hooks and other items. More emery boards. I love these things. I have a pack of wire, which I use to tie up stuff and use for trapping and things to that nature. And I have a set of crossbow lighted knocks, where there's 1 lighted knock and 3 arrows. It's supposed to be for a crossbow. It's back when I had my crossbow, but I had to trade the crossbow to get the hitch put on the van so that we could put our rack on it when we went out on our adventure. So anyway, I don't have the crossbow, but this will work with arrows as well. So there's 3, and they look like training arrows, training tips. They're not really designed for actual combat, but they are training. But the lighted knock could really come in handy. So these items go into another kit, which need to sit over there until I find those kits. I have an actual percolating coffee pot that was gifted to me by a grandparent of one of my Aikido students when we decided to go out on this adventure thing. And I'll link to the. Can you link playlists? Okay, so I have a playlist of the adventure series that we did. So I'll put a link to that. This is just going to be one massive link of tons of videos. Anyway, I have not used this coffee pot yet.
Well, you have several playlists.
But
Wyoming, South Dakota. It's not just one.
Okay, so I have several playlists of the states that we were in.
You want them all?
We'll just pick a random one, or we could list them all. I don't know. I also have this. It's a pan that has a couple bail hooks on it, and then there's holes in the bottom. And again, Goodwill for 99 cents. This would be fantastic to hang over a fire to cook, or use it for a steamer, or tons and tons of things. I saw it, I had to have it, and guess what? I do.
I saw it and I just had it.
I saw it in the window and just had to have it. If you know where that's from, let me know. This looks like a fishing license. It is. It's a fishing license that I got in 2017. Yeah. Somewhere, I have a pack, and honest to goodness, I have every fishing license I've ever owned in that pack, and I still have it somewhere. I'm talking from my very first fishing license, even the 2 fishing licenses I got when I was in Florida, all the way up until the present one that I have in my pocket right now. So, and I guess excluding the 17, but right there it is. And lastly in this, I have oh, look. Another one of these silicone hand grabby things. I have my stove, one of my stoves. It's a awesome freaking stove. I used three cans to make it, and it works freaking fantastic. And there's soot all over. This thing has been used more than I can imagine. So anyway, I do have a video of this. I don't know if I have one of making it, but I do know that I have several of using it. If I can find one of the videos that shows this being used, I do have a video of like the initial test of it. But anyway, there we go. So that's the end of that. There's a bunch of dust and crap in the bottom. So I'm gonna clean up my hands. I'm gonna clean this tote up, put all this stuff up. And this one will probably be the end of this video. This is a long freaking video. My kitchenry is one of the most important aspects of my outdoorsiness that I have. So we're not going to do the thanks for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft or any of that because I don't know where I'm going to cut off these videos. I'm just going to run through and film tons and tons of stuff today. So I'm not really sure where that is going to be. So I can just basically do one to throw at the end of any of the videos if I decide to do that later. Two things before I continue on. One is that rocket stove, the tin can stove that I showed you just shortly, or maybe even in the last video, I'm not sure. I have sprayed those with protective paints and heat resistant paints and everything you can imagine. They just don't really hold very well. They still rust. They still get all jacked up like that one is. Like I said, I've sprayed them with that fire resistant paint, which to me is expensive, and it doesn't really help. So when I make those, I don't really spray them with any kind of protection anymore because I don't. It just doesn't really stay there. It doesn't last. It doesn't really work well enough for me to spend that money on them. It's hard for me to get those large tin cans, but you never know. I did see one of those large cans, even larger than that. It's one of the restaurant style hominy cans, and I really love hominy. So I was thinking about actually buying one of those for the can and to get to eat the hominy. Anyway, yeah, I still haven't gotten rid of these, and I want to. I want to throw them away. I really, really, truly do. I just can't. Hold on, I can feel it. It's there. All right, they're gone. Woo, that kind of hurt. All right, ready. So another tote. I have, I think, one more tote this size, one large tote, one small tote, and then 3 of those black and gold totes left in there, along with a bunch of just loose garbly gar. So, a lot more crap to go through. I really do need to get rid of all this. I need to get rid of a lot of stuff that I'm not going to get rid of. I really want to narrow it down to whatever I can literally carry, but that'll never really happen. So I need to quit talking about it because that ain't going to happen. All right, what do we got here? Okay. Here's a pattern for a shoe.
Did you find my bag yet?
Huh?
My bag pattern.
I haven't found the patterns for it. I have not. It's a notebook. So anyway, notebook. That can, yeah.
It's a notebook.
An empty old bag. Here is a Dollar Tree bag full of crap. Deer droppings from Bentley, Colorado. This is stuff, yeah. Magnolia from Georgia. See what else we got here. Some bones. Oh no, these are squirrel feet. Some squirrel feet. I have some black walnut dust. I have some sand from St. Augustine, Florida. This is stuff I've gathered up on our trip. I have some acorn tops. I don't know where I got those. Let's see here. Ow, stickers. Cactus needles from the Thunder Basin grasslands in Wyoming. Those are sticking through there. Oh my God. Here's some of Violet's hair. I got some hair from Violet. Can't get rid of that. Let's see here. One more thing. Oh! Here's an actual piece of cotton that I got when we were driving through Georgia. We saw a cotton field and I stopped, pulled over, and I had to have it. I ran out in the field and grabbed an actual piece of cotton from cotton field in Georgia.
Your wife was freaking out thinking some farmer going to come out with a
Yeah,
gun.
Michelle was freaking out that I was going to get shot by some farmer. Some shells from St. Augustine. So basically, this is going to go in my witchy stuff. So I'm going to go put that back there and I'll get right back here. Oh my goodness, I'll be honest, it's a mess back there. Alright. Here is a laundry kit that I had when we were out on our adventure. It's got some laundry soap. It's got 2 things of cordage wrapped up in one of these big Dollar Tree bags. And we would do I would do some laundry in 5-gallon buckets or 2.5-gallon buckets, whatever we had. But I had laundry soap. We would do that, and then I would hang them out to dry. There's videos on our adventure showing me doing that. In particular, I did laundry on the video in Colorado with Seth, and there was one in the Black Hills in Dakota, right? Yes. All right. Oh, look. Here's some aluminum tape that I use for my ovens. So this goes into the kitchenry. A bunch of fishing line, which should go into my fishing kit. So fishing kit there. Not sure where the laundry stuff will go. More fishing line. There's tons and tons of fishing line. Alright. No judging.
We are a judgment-free zone.
Okay. Let me put this over here real quick. Here is one thing that I have the hardest issue about getting rid of when we get them. Seriously just cannot throw these things away, and it breaks me every time I see someone trying to toss these things away. Peanut butter containers and mayonnaise jars, these plastic things.
Sorry guys.
You're fine. She's trying to find her stuff. I cannot throw these things away. I just can't. Anyway, peanut butter jar, mayonnaise jar, Jif peanut butter jar, peanut butter, these big peanut butter jars. Here's another Jif peanut butter jar. Here's another big one, and here's another Jif peanut butter jar. So those can, and I've got these things scattered about the house
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Driven me nuts.
I just cannot throw those things away. They are immensely useful. Immensely useful. And I've done videos talking about these things. I prefer these to glass any day because these do not break when you drop them. They are waterproof. They are freaking fantastic containers that you can use for anything that fits in them. and I've said this more times than I can count, the one thing that makes human beings is containers. The container is the reason we are here today. Our houses are truly nothing more than large containers for our stuff. So, yeah, containers is the most important thing for a human being. Bingo bango. Now, I got a couple of these really cool ones from the Dollar Tree. They've got lids on both sides, and on one side there's a little container for, I think they were used for like salads or spices or something like that. You can put them in, and then it sits in the lid, and then there's a screw-on cap, boom boom like this, and then the other side unscrews as well. Fantastic little things. So it's like a double, it's a double thing, and I've got two of those in here. Those will not be thrown away, I'm telling you right now.
Hey.
Two more things of fishing line. Oh, look. And here is a dinky dinky. These containers, these are the ones that have the bouillon cubes from the Dollar Tree. These little containers here. Yep, it even still smells like bouillon in there. And this, I don't know how long ago, but anyway, this is a little mini container. Oh, cool. These are very nice. Oh, oh. Dowel rods. These round dowel rods. I have been looking for dowel rods decently sized. I don't know if these will fit in my peg loom, but I'm about to find out. This could solve my peg loom problem and would allow me to have a massively larger mat or blanket. Oh, I gotta go check it out. I'll get right back with you. I just checked these out. These are exactly the size I need as far as roundness. I can cut these in half. There are 10 of them in here, so that'll give me 20 of these. Oh my goodness, so that'll be big enough to, so now I have at least 10 if I can't, if halving them doesn't really work. But I would say 20 new pegs for my peg loom. These are going to go back to the peg loom right now because I just, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Yeah, this box isn't quite as exciting as my kitchenry box, but let's see here. Oh yes, I have some Velcro strips. I have a large scope. This is a fantastic freaking, I don't want to call it a sniper scope because, you know, we don't want.
It's a viewing scope.
It's a viewing scope, yes. And here's the tripod that it goes on. I will tell you this much. With this scope, you can read license plates that are a mile away.
With this scope.
And I'm not kidding you. I could, if I have a good shot of a vehicle that's a mile away from me, I can read the license plate on that car. I'm just telling you it's so. I'm telling you now. This is a freaking awesome scope. It's a Vivitar. I don't know when, where, or why I got it, but I'm positive.
I actually got it at Ollie's.
I said I'm positive it was on sale because there's no way I would have purchased something like this that wasn't. So Michelle thinks that I got it at Ollie's.
I am 99% sure it's there.
So, for people like my dad, I got it at the old man store. The reason he calls it the old man store is because their mascot is a cartoonish old man that I say looks just like my dad. If you did a caricature of my dad, it would be the guy from Ollie's. So anyway, a very nice scope. I have a trail cam. I've been looking for that. My trail cam. I'm not 100% sure why, but I have some safety pins in a bag, and I have some bread ties in a bag. Bread ties are awesome to have out in the woods. I have a notebook that has codes and GPS coordinates in it. There's some GPS coordinates and some coded GPS coordinates in here. I'm not sure where they lead because I don't remember. Oh, here's a book code. Ah, I even have a book code in here for something. I'll have to check this out and find out exactly what that is. Let's see here. Some glue sticks and a brand new glue gun, all from the Dollar Tree. That goes into crafty stuff. Ah! I found them. Alright, so here's patterns. Here's for a shoe. Here's my shoe pattern. Set that there. Here is a pattern for what I'm expecting to be a moccasin. Yep, here's a moccasin pattern that I cut out of a paper grocery sack. Here's some loose stuff that gets tossed. What do we got here? Oh, my beeswax. Here's some beeswax. I've been looking for that. And here we go, hon. Here is the patterns I've been looking for.
Finally?
Yes. I have some linen cloth. I have, my goodness. Hold on here. Let me get all that out. Okay, the linen cloth. There's another emery board. I have a put together moccasin with the pattern. Let's see, where's the other one? Here's the other one. Hold on, I'm trying to organize. Here we go. Alright, so I purchased a pattern of moccasins at, what's that store that closes on Sundays, the crafty stuffs? Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby had these moccasins, and I really liked I really liked the way they were. So here's one put together, and here's the pattern of it before it's put together. And I used this to make patterns for myself. But there's a pair of moccasins. Here's another piece of, there we go. Here's the pattern for that moccasin on this 100% recyclable, made from 40% recyclable material, Aldi's paper bag. So, moccasin. Here is some cutouts of tabby. My tabby shoes. Move these over here. Here's a cloth. Well, it's kind of a pleathery cloth. Here's paper cut out, and this is looking like the other piece of it here. So these are tabbies. So let's get the tabbies out of the way. Here's another boot or moccasin-like pattern. And here is, I don't know if you remember, and you younger people may not even know what the hell I'm talking about, but back when I was younger, the teachers at school used to bring out this huge, massive paper. You remember the big chart paper thing that was on the little loops?
Nope.
Okay, you will when you see it. Anyway, here we go. Here is a massive piece of paper that has a Long Hunter shirt pattern on it that I copied so that I could use this and not tear up my actual thing. There we go. So now I also have a pattern for mittens and gloves. Michelle's pattern for a handbag. There's 4 different types of handbags here. Pattern for that. We got this in Colorado when we were on our adventure. I have a Long Hunter shirt with variations pattern. I got this at a local Kokomo reenactment. It's a shirt from the 1700s. And my Plainsman boot pattern, which I've been wanting to make for a very, very long time. This also came from Colorado, the same shop that got Michelle's purse bag thing. So there's the patterns, which I've been looking for a long time. And some linen cloth in which I was going to make that Long Hunter's shirt, which I still haven't done yet, but will be get done. And it's in this big Joann Fabrics bag. So that's the end of this. So that one's over. Goodness gracious. So I have to readjust some of this stuff. Eventually I'm going to have to decode some of these messages that is in this notebook. I'm assuming that some of it's probably unnecessary information at this point. I don't think there's any cache information in here because it's not here, but I may have inadvertently written down cache GPS locations in this book as well. So before I get rid of this book or destroy it or use it, I want to find out what those codes are before I do. There's a book code. And let's see here, hold on. There's a recipe. Some stuff on my patterns for shoes. Let's see here, a trap setup. And then here's a couple book codes and a and some GPS locations. So we're gonna have to find out what that is before I get rid of it.